Hello, career coaching week 6. So, this video is reflecting scalability. So, let's get started. Thanks for joining. I'm Bernadette Dunn, and I am a career coach. And we're going to turn the slide here. All right, here we go. So, as always, we like to do just a quick recap of what we've learned so far in this career coaching course. It's a 12-week course. Week 1, we reviewed the needs assessment and what are the needs for your next career or maybe an upgrade to your current career. We did an exercise around best and worst case scenario and noticing what that felt like in your body. So hopefully you guys are still checking in, noticing what's giving you energy, what's taking away energy from you throughout the day. Week 2, we got into the technical skills assessment. And although technical skills often relate to technical proficiency, it also reflects the specific tangible skills you have for a position that you want to apply for. So how many years experience, what kind of certifications or background that they're looking for, those kind of skills. Week 3, we dove into soft skills assessment. So these are the emotional intelligence skills. So the activity in this week was connecting to your top soft skills and how to sell that, not only for yourself, but for your potential employer, or if you're looking to work for yourself, knowing how to use those soft skills to grow your business. Week 4, we dove into career vision and created one tangible goal that was relevant towards your career vision. And then last week, week 5, we went through the SMART goals methodology. SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So with that, I sent a template to start creating those SMART goals. And now we're going to shift into week 6, which is scalability. So why this is relevant, why we're shifting into scalability after we create SMART goals, so specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. If you're watching the video, you'll see a diagram on the screen here, and it's different charts. There are some linear charts, horizontal charts, and I intentionally chose this visual because there's all kinds of ways to measure how you're tracking towards your goals, which help you track towards your career vision. So today we're going to go through some methods to support you in learning how you're scaling towards your career vision. So if you were live with us during this session, we would break out into a buddy pair, but don't worry, you can do this on your own. So if you're listening in, if you're watching the video, you can take a screenshot here or write these down. So the first activity we want to do is write down what's working. So as it relates to how you've been focusing on your career and your goals and your vision, take a moment to write down 5 wins. See how easy that is to write down 5 wins. Notice if you're feeling challenged by writing those down, and notice if you've got more to write. The second step is to scale yourself on how you're tracking towards achieving your career vision. So last week we talked in more detail how to measure your goals. So checking in right now, how would you scale yourself towards achieving your career vision? The third request here: what other resources are available for you to achieve your goals? So have you stopped and paused and checked in or asked others to find out what other resources are available for you to achieve your goals? So what shows up as I ask that question? And the fourth and last one are: what tasks do you resist the most? So we're focusing on career in this course. You can use these questions in other avenues of your life. But as it relates to career, what tasks do you resist the most? All right, so since this is a video, we're going to go ahead and move on, but you can hit pause and take as much time as you need to answer those questions. The reason we want those questions to be asked and spend some time with them is because they matter. They matter towards achieving your goals and your vision. So as it relates to scalability, we're working in 4 quadrants. So last week, again, we created specific goals, SMART goals, that align to the vision you created the week before. Now we're going to use this tool here, if you're watching on video, you can see this matrix. And it's split up into 4 quadrants. In the lower left corner, in that lower left box, this is low impact, low effort. So what do I mean by low impact versus high impact? Low impact means that these are things that matter, but they may not get you to your wins or your career vision as fast as some other aspects of this matrix. And low effort reflects effort from you. So in this quadrant, it's referencing where to fill in leveraging resources. So this is looking outside of yourself. And I'm going to go into some more details in the next few slides. So again, we're going to work through this above the leverage resource quadrant. So just above it, it's still in low effort, but it's creating more impact towards your goal. And that is the quick wins. So these are the quick wins. So low effort, but they create high impact. And now we're going to move down back down the quadrant. So right next to leveraging resources is streamline what's working, the thankless tasks. So this creates higher effort and low impact. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means. But these are going to be the what's working, the thankless tasks. And then right above that quadrant in the upper right, the top right corner, are the major goals, career vision. High impact in your life, high effort. Okay? So let's go into a little more details of what each of these quadrants can look like. So we're going to start with that lower left-hand corner, the leveraging resources, which is low impact, low effort. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself and perhaps start to answer. What external resources are available to support you with your vision and your goals? Week 3, we talked about that a little bit with doing some research of what your current job or outside may fund as it relates to your career vision. Who are the people in your life? What about support groups? We talked a little bit about that last week. What financial aid resources are available to assist? Are there any business groups that you could participate in? Mentors, workshops. So again, leveraging resource is lower impact, lower effort from you because you're looking outside for external resources. So then we're going to jump to the opposite, which is the major goal career vision. So this is where you can write your career vision that you created in week 4. This has a high impact in your life and it requires more effort, more focus, more intention. So just checking in with yourself in this quadrant. Are you clear with your vision? So week 4, we created visions. Are you clear? Do you need to spend more time, more effort? How often are you looking at it? Is there ongoing maintenance? Again, when we create visions, the more we start to learn, it may change. We may take something away. We may add to it. That's completely normal. And I encourage you to continue to do ongoing maintenance. Who are you sharing it with? That was one of the exercises in fieldwork assignment, to keep sharing your vision, because then other people, those external resources, can start to help you. Where do you have it visible to see? This one's really important. Have you written it down? Do you have a vision board? Where is it accessible for you to see on a daily basis? So feel free if you've got anything else to add into this quadrant. But it's really important that we're doing ongoing maintenance. We've got it visible. We're sharing, because this is our high impact, high effort quadrant. All right, so now we're going to move into the quick wins. So this creates high impact, and actually it doesn't take much effort. So you can create a practice of acknowledging what worked for you at the end of the night. Write it down in a journal. So every single night, take a moment and just acknowledge what the quick wins were for the day. Practice acknowledging yourself in the moment. So when you did something great, especially as it relates to this career transition, acknowledge yourself. Get your kids on board. See if you can create a game with it. So get them involved. You can practice acknowledging them, get them to acknowledge you. See what kind of games you can play to celebrate each success, big or small. So you see how this is low effort, but the more energy we put into acknowledging, celebrating, writing down these wins, they really do make high impact. And then the last quadrant is to, let me see if the video here is in the way. Okay, is to streamline what's working. So these are the thankless tasks. So these create a low impact but can be high effort. So after you identify those quick wins, so give yourself a week or more, a month. When you start to identify those quick wins at night, every single day, see if there's a way to automate those so that you can start to lower the effort of those. Are there any apps that can help automate the tasks? For some of you who are looking at transitioning into coaching and entrepreneurship, creating consistent content on Facebook, in your groups that you're creating, on Instagram, LinkedIn, is valuable. And so every time you create a post, you can celebrate that as success. And then eventually you can start to look at ways to automate putting those posts out there instead of having to take time, an hour or more, writing those posts each day. How can you get your kids involved? So are there anything that's working for you, that you're celebrating the wins, that you can involve your kids to help streamline as well? What about reminder apps? So again, using your smart technology, smartphones, and finding apps that can help you automate these thankless tasks. Okay, so this one's a little bit more unique. So once you start filling in the quick wins and the external resources, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide so we can look at it all together. Then if you can see that lower quadrant, you can start streamlining. So your field work for the week is to complete the scalability matrix. So see how much you can fill in these different quadrants. You should already have your vision written out, or at least the start of it. See what wins you can write out, what external resources, and then streamline what's working. So that might be an area that we can focus on the call tonight or the next call we have, and do some more specific coaching. All right, so as you can tell, we talked about it last week with the SMART goals. We're getting into specific methods to give you a little more structure. So we're stretching, we're exercising some different muscles in how we operate so that we can achieve our career vision and the goals that we're creating for ourselves. So this is big stuff. I acknowledge you for watching this video. If you don't have the Matrix workbook yet, reach out to me. I will send you a copy. It's got the template for the SMART goals. It's got a sample schedule, and it has the scalability matrix as well. So good luck. Reach out if you have any questions, and we'll have our call 7 p.m. on Sunday night. See you soon.